To continue, no, we will call on Engineer Delmay Escamillas for the determination of the quorum.
Good morning, everyone. Today we're holding our Prebid Conference for 10 contracts for FY 2024 projects. I would like to present the participants for today's activity. Engineer Martin Dave Operio, BAC Vice Chairperson.
Present.
Engineer Rafi Ibanez, Regular Member.
Present.
Engineer Resurrection Tuazon Jr., Provisional Member. Engineer Roberto Rizal Palano, Provisional Member, End User for Construction Projects.
Present.
Engineer John Benson, Member TWG.
Present.
Engineer Meljonic Anas, Member TWG.
Present.
Engineer N. Angel Espinas, Member TWG. Yours truly, Engineer Telma Escamillas as Head BAC Secretariat. Engineer Maria Vina Alemania, Member BAC Secretariat. Mrs. Cecil Gonzon, Member BAC Secretariat. Mrs. Rodita Aban, Member BAC Secretariat. Mrs. Mary Christy Grafani, Member BAC Secretariat. So there is a quorum. We have also invited observers for this activity, but they are not around. And also, we would like to acknowledge the presence of the bidder, the X-Men Builders Corporation, represented by Engineer Laude. Welcome, sir. And also, we would like to inform that we are live streaming via our YouTube account. I will now turn over the microphone to our BAC Vice Chairperson, Engineer Martin Dave Operio, for the Prebid Conference proper.
Thank you, Mama Tel. After the we have determined of the quorum. The details of the Prebid Conference of these 10 infra projects will be discussed by Engineer Rafi Ibanez.
Good morning once again. So for the Prebid Conference proper, first we'll discuss the basic contract data for 10 infra projects. So first, contract ID number 24GB0098, ODIONG-SIBALOM-SN, Leon Road, kilometer 104 plus 079 to kilometer 108 plus 840. Contract location, Antique, brief description, asphalt overlay with corrections. Approved budget for the contract, 96,500,000 pesos. Source of funds, FY 2024, DPWH AIP based on GAA. Contract duration, 152 calendar days. Cost of billing documents, 50,000 pesos. Pickup license size range, medium A. Next is 24GB0099. Construction of water supply system, Valderrama National High School. Contract location, Ubos, Valderrama, Antique. Brief description, construction of water supply system. Approved budget for the contract of 6,860,000 pesos. Source of funds, FY 2024 DPWH AIP based on GAA. Contract duration, 90 calendar days and cost of billing documents of 10,000 pesos. Pickup license size range of small B. Next is 24GB0100. Construction, expansion of water supply system at Barangay Ilaya and pipeline extension to Barangay Igbalangao. Contract location, Bugasong, Antique. Brief description, construction of water supply system. Approved budget for the contract of 3,960,000 pesos. Source of funds, FY 2024 DPWH AIP based on GAA. Contract duration, 60 calendar days. Cost of billing documents, 5,000 pesos with pickup license size range of small B. Next is 24GB0101, construction of multi-purpose building in the Municipality of Caluya. Location, Antique. Brief description, construction of multi-purpose building. Approved budget for the contract of 5,197,500 pesos. Source of funds, FY 2024 DPWH AIP based on GAA. Contract duration, 113 calendar days. Cost of bidding documents, 10,000 pesos with pickup license size range of small b. Next is 24GB0102, construction of multi-purpose building. Contract location, Bugante Point, San Jose, Antique. Brief description, construction of multi-purpose building. Approved budget for the contract of 9,900,000 pesos. Source of funds, FY 2024 DPWH AIP based on GAA. Contract duration, 152 calendar days. Cost of bidding documents of 10,000 pesos. Pickup license size range of small b. Next is 24GB0103, construction of multi-purpose building, municipal building. Contract location, Poblacion 3, Hamtic, Antique. Brief description, construction of multi-purpose building. Approved budget for the contract of 19,800,000 pesos. Source of funds, FY 2024 DPWH AIP based on GAA. Contract duration, 240 calendar days. Cost of bidding documents of 25,000 pesos with pickup license size range of small b. Next is 24GB0104, construction of new multi-purpose building. Contract location, Poblacion Norte, Tobias, Fornier, Antique. Brief description, construction of new multi-purpose building. Approved budget for the contract of 19,800,000 pesos. Source of funds, FY 2024 DPWH AIP based on GAA, and contract duration of 240 calendar days. Cost of bidding documents, 25,000 pesos with pickup license size range of small b. Next is 24GB0105, rehabilitation of multi-purpose building, municipal building. Contract location, San Remigio, Antique. Brief description, rehabilitation of multi-purpose building. Approved budget for the contract of 9,900,000 pesos. Source of funds, FY 2024 DPWH AIP based on GAA. Contract duration, 152 calendar days. Cost of bidding documents, 10,000 pesos with pickup license size range of small b. Next is 24GB0106, construction of public health facility. Contract location, Barangay San Pedro, Municipality of San Jose de Buena Vista, Antique. Brief description, construction of public health facility. Approved budget for the contract of 4,950,000 pesos. Source of funds, FY 2024 DPWH AIP based on GAA. Contract duration, 113 calendar days. Cost of bidding documents, 5,000 pesos with pickup license size range of small b. Next is 24GB0107, contract name, Cluster 1-8 projects. First project, Valderrama Bridge, B00320PN, along Iloilo Antique Road, Antique. Second, Balabago Bridge, B00351PN, along Iloilo Antique Road, Antique. Third is Borabon Bridge, B00371PN, along Iloilo Antique Road, Antique. Fourth is Calacala Bridge, B00368PN, along Iloilo Antique Road, Antique. Fifth is Igyo Bridge, B00369PN, along Iloilo Antique Road, Antique. Next, sixth is Gaintao Bridge, B00337PN, along Iloilo Antique Road, Antique. Seventh is Langawon Bridge, B00347PN, along Iloilo Antique Road, Antique. Eighth is Ibayo Bridge, B00323PN, along Iloilo Antique Road, Antique. Contract location, Antique. Brief description, rehabilitation, major repair of permanent bridges. Approved budget for the contract of 94,879,680 pesos. Source of funds, FY 2024 DPWH AIP based on GAA. Contract duration, 307 calendar days. Cost of bidding documents, 50,000 pesos pickup license size range of medium A. So the documents comprising the bid for the first envelope, which is the technical component envelope, Class A documents, the legal documents, A, the valid field jet registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages, B, registration certificate from Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, Department of Trade and Industry, DTI for sole proprietorship, or Cooperative Development Authority for cooperatives or its equivalent document. C, mayor's or business permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of business of the prospective bidder is located, and D, tax clearance per EO number 398 series of 2005 as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue. So valid field jet registration certificate, platinum membership, as per GPPB Resolution 15-2021, effective January 1, 2022, bidder shall only submit a valid and updated field jet certificate of registration and membership in lieu of the following Class A documents: A, SEC, DTI, CDA, B, mayor's business permit, C, tax clearance, D, audited financial statement, E, pickup registration. So the failure by the prospective bidder to update its certificate with the current and updated Class A eligibility documents shall result in the automatic suspension of the validity of its certificate until such time that all of the expired Class A eligibility documents has been updated. For the technical documents, A, statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, included contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature, and the complexity of the contract to be bid. B, statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract as LCC, similar to the contract to be bid, except under conditions provided under the rules. C, Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board, license or special pickup license in case of joint ventures. D, original copy of bid security, if it is in the form of surety bond. Submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission, original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. For E, the project requirements, first one is the organizational chart of the contract to be bid. Second is the list of contractors' key personnel to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data. Third is the list of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and/or under purchase agreements supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor vendor for the duration of the project as the case may be. And the fourth one is the list of contractors' minimum material testing equipment as per DO 11 series of 2017. F, original duly signed omnibus warning statement. So notes on the personnel and equipment requirements of the project as per DO 9 series of 2012. Technical requirements for civil work projects for public bidding. So if a proposed key technical personnel in an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that 1. The personnel will pull out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract. And second, he or she will replace with another person with equal or better qualification as certified by the head of the implementing office. So the bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded the contract under bidding. Third one is these certifications shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. And the fourth one also to be verified during post-qualification in the list of equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder should specify in the submitted bid the location of the equipment where they can be inspected. So if any equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post-disqualified. So for the financial documents, A, the prospective bidder's audited financial statements showing among others the prospective bidder's total and current assets and liabilities stamped received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions. For the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission. And B, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial conducting capacity and FCC. So for Class B documents, if applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement, GVA, in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the GVA in the instance that the bid is successful. Note under paragraph 6 of the invitation to bid states that only authorized liaison officer duly registered in the Civil Works Application CWA of the DPWH Central Office with the presentation of with his or her ID shall allow to transact, purchase, and drop bids for manual submission. So for the second envelope, which is a financial component envelope, it comprises the original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form. So other documentary requirements under RA number 9184. First is the original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. Second is the duly accomplished detailed estimates form, including summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid and cash flow by quarter. So, reminders, ITB clause 18.2 of the bid data sheet, bid corrections or any corrections as well as erasures made in the financial documents, including the discounts offered and the methodology of their applications, must be duly signed or initialed. So, Section 8 of Bill of Quantities, which is a signature box. A signature box shall be added at the bottom of each page of the Bill of Quantities where the authorized representative, the bidder, shall affix his signature. Failure of the authorized representative to sign each and every page of the Bill of Quantities shall be a cause for rejection of his bid. So for the bid security, the bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration or any form of a bid security. So for a cash or cashier's manager check and bank guarantee draft or irrevocable LC, the amount of bid security is 2% of the ABC. For surety bond, callable upon demand is 5% of the ABC, and for bid securing declaration, no percentage required. So bid security shall be valid for 120 calendar days from the date of the opening of bids. For sealing and marking of bids, each bidder shall submit original copy 1 and copy 2 of the first and second components of its bid. All documents must be in A4 size bond paper. For the deadline of the submission of bids, it is on March 4, 2024, 10 a.m. For the opening and preliminary examination of the bids, the box shall open the bids in public using a non-discretionary pass-fail criterion at the time, on the date, and at the place specified in paragraph 9 of the invitation to bid. The preliminary examination of the bids shall be governed by Section 30 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA number 9184. So for the detailed evaluation and comparison of bids, so the box shall immediately conduct a detailed evaluation of all bids rated pass using non-discretionary pass-fail criteria. So the box shall consider the conditions in the evaluation of the bids under Section 32.2 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA number 9184, such as 1, completeness of the bids. So unless the instruction to bidders specifically allow partial bids, bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable, bill of quantities, shall be considered non-responsive and thus automatically disqualified. In this regard, where a required item is provided but no price is indicated, the same shall be considered as non-responsive, but specifying a 0 or a dash for the item for the said item would mean that it is being offered for free to the government, except those required by law or regulations to be provided for. The second, arithmetical corrections, consider computational errors and omissions to enable proper comparison of all eligible bids. It may be considered bid modifications if expressly allowed in the bidding documents. Any adjustments shall be calculated in monetary terms to determine the calculated prices. Under Section 32.2.3, in case of discrepancies between bid prices and figures and in words, the latter shall prevail. Total prices per item and unit price for the item as extended or multiplied by the quantity of that item, the latter shall prevail. C. Stated total price and the actual sum of prices of component items, the latter shall prevail. D. Unit cost in the detailed estimate and the unit cost in the bill of quantities, the latter shall prevail. So for post-qualification, the post-qualifications shall verify, validate, and ascertain all statements and documents, including licenses, certificates submitted by the LCP. So the criteria shall consider but shall not be limited to the following: A. Legal requirements to verify, validate, and ascertain licenses, certificates, permits, and agreements submitted by the bidder, and the fact that it is not included in any blacklist as provided in Section 25.3 of the IRR. B. Technical requirements to determine compliance of the infrastructure projects offered with the requirements specified in the bidding documents, including where applicable. Verification and validation of the bidder's stated competence and experience, and the competence and the experience of the bidder's key personnel to be assigned to the project for the procurement of infrastructure projects. Second is the verification of availability and commitment and or inspection and testing for the required capacities and operating conditions of equipment units to be owned, leased, and purchased by the bidder for use in a contract under bidding, as well as checking the performance of the bidder in its ongoing government and private contracts. So if any of these ongoing contracts shows a negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project or negative slippage of at least 10% in each 2 or more contracts. B. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on ongoing contracts within 7 calendar days and to complete them within 30 calendar days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and deficiencies. C. Failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificates of acceptance within 30 calendar days and complete them within 90 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and failures. D. Substandard quality of work as per contract plans and specifications, or unsatisfactory performance of the contractor's obligations as per contract terms and conditions at the time of inspection. So for financial requirements, this is to verify, validate, and insert in the bid price proposal of the bidder and the bidder's NFCC to ensure that the bidder can sustain the operating cash flow of the transaction. So for signing of the contract, so the documents required in Section 37.2 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184 shall form part of the contract. Additional contract documents are indicated in the BBS. Any questions, clarifications from our prospective bidders?
Pero ang ginagawa naman ang Bugasong pala, water supply. Yes, sir. Sa technical aspect, nagpipe laying
kalsada sir.
Hindi kita mag-comply sa pinaka-meter sa lane sa center line.
Ang subject naman sir, gano'n naman. Hindi
Okay.
sila lang italan naman marami kasi.
Na isang may widening, hindi na naman pa. Okay. Sige.
Para nga si widening, safe na natin.
Mostly,
0.6 naman sir ang widening mo, ang 0.3 kag item to outlet. So, nasa 1.2 dito.
okay.
So, safe na.
Sige. Kamu man sa segment. Ang iba ka, diyan naman sa plano.
Yes sir.
Sige. Naman.
Okay, there is no other question, no? Clarification. Our meeting, Prebid Conference is ended at 10:46 a.m. Thank you.